Yeah, so welcome Adeleke Bisola to this forum to take us on the discourse reclaiming control after burn survival. Survivor. She's a clinical psychologist, trauma therapist, and well-being coach. So, as we all know, surviving burns is a big deal. Yes, the time of trauma, from the time someone sustained burns, the struggle during admission to survive is a big deal. But then after that, thereafter, what then happens after burns? So after the person has recovered and then try to reintegrate into the environment, another ball game starts again. So many people go through several things. So she's going to take us through this discourse. I know that we're at different stages of healing right now, but then it's never too late. Here in our midst, and the floor is yours, please. Welcome. You can
Okay.
take charge of the discussion. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. And I really appreciate the opportunity to share my own, my insights and understanding of the whole experiences that everybody here has. Of course, I can't put myself in your shoes. I can't understand what you're going through because I have not experienced it. You understand? But I can only support you and encourage you and also, try to be in your space and try to experience what you're going through and also use my knowledge to guide and support you where needed. Do you understand? So yes, I really want to appreciate everybody here, and I want to say thank you for allowing me to talk to you this evening. Right? Thank you for your courage. Thank you for showing up. It's not easy. These things we're talking about it's not easy at all. It's not easy at all. So when she told me about this initiative, I was blown away. Like, this is a very big one. I've never thought about something like this before. And when she told me, I was immediately interested that I even want to understand these people. How have they been coping? Because there's a difference between a physical experience of trauma, of the kind of things that you've gone through, and there's also an emotional psychological experience too. You understand? So, and it's not just the physical scar, you know, that people that experience burn or burn survivors, it's not just the physical scar that they have to deal with. They also have to deal with the emotional scar, the psychological scar, and our mind and body are connected to each other. We call it the mind body connection. It simply means that sometimes whatever it is that happens to us physically affects us emotionally, and vice versa. So that's why sometimes if somebody is depressed or somebody is anxious, you start seeing physical symptoms and physical reactions. And if somebody is physically sick, let's say for example the person has a cut, right, in a very sensitive area, or the person is having malaria and all of those, physical sickness, you start seeing some psychological, symptoms to emotional reactions to that. So our mind, our body, and body is what they are connected. They're connected to each other, and they influence each other. So that's why sometimes healing is not complete only when the scars are already healing. There's something you also have to deal with the emotional scars that also happens when when all of that experience has happened, when you're going through the healing process. So the healing process is not just physical, it's also emotional and psychological. I hope you all can hear me, right? I hope you all can hear me. So that is why this is very important. So when she reached out, I really appreciate the opportunity. And yeah, it is very important that you not just heal physically, you also heal emotionally. So before we start, so that our conversation can be more interactive, I don't know if you want to introduce yourself. Did you do introduction here, or I should just move on?
Oh, yes, you can ask for, yes, we can introduce ourselves. And one way or the
Okay,
other,
because
we
I'm
know
I'm, I'm part
ourselves.
of.
You can
Okay,
go on,
okay,
please.
okay, okay.
Mm.
That's fine. Okay. If you deem it fit for me to know you, please, please introduce yourself. Let me just get to know you, so I know. Let me go to the. I can see some names here. Yeah, okay. So my name is Abisola, just like they've introduced me. I'm a clinical psychologist and I'm also a trauma therapist.
Yes, my name is Efru Emerole. I'm an accountant.
Thank you so much, ma. Accountant, and you still work. I'm so proud of you. Thank you. Thank you for introducing yourself. Yeah.
Thank you
My
very
name is John Obina Ede. I'm a born survivor 2020. I just to add to the list of things you stated earlier. You spoke about emotional, physical, and financial too. Financial body we
Yeah.
have to be a survivor. Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you for that. Okay. All right. Thank you for the people that introduce. If others are not comfortable doing that, that's okay. That's okay. Before we go into the session again, sometimes when we are talking about, past experiences of people, especially people that have experienced a major traumatic experience in their life, there's a tendency of re-experiencing the trauma. What that means is you start seeing it feels like you are in that situation again, and then you start seeing the symptoms. It could be psychological symptoms, right? It could just be an emotional reaction. So I'm just putting this out here so that in case you start feeling some type of way, I know some people are very emotionally resilient. They have emotional resilience, despite the fact that they've experienced all they've experienced, they're still thriving, they're living their life, they're doing what they know how to do best. They didn't allow that to limit them. It's a very beautiful thing. But sometimes when you think about these things, or when you have to gather in a space where you have to experience it again or share your experience or talk about it, you start, there's a way you feel. Am I right? Guys, you can unmute and contribute so that we're on the same page. Has anybody felt that way before? We call it reliving the experience. And the reason why I'm putting it out here is it's okay for you to feel that way, and it's okay for you to take a break. If the conversation is becoming more tense and is trying to trigger you, and you're feeling a way you're not supposed to feel, you can just reach out to the coordinator, and then we take a break, and then we can come back again. Just excuse yourself and then come back. So if you leave or you have that kind of experience and you leave, is understandable. So these are some of the things that can happen while we are having this conversation. So it's important that you know that. So when you are feeling some type of way, you're not feeling comfortable, this thought just came, you have a flashback, or you feel some type of way, or you are reacting to something, just know it's because of what is happening to you. Do you understand? Are we good? Are we on the same page? Okay. So I like the session to be very, yes, I like the section to be very interactive. So we're going to be doing a lot of interactive stuff. So please, you can unmute your mic if there is need for you to talk or you have a question. So we don't waste our time. I think this is just a 1 hour thing. Even though I have a lot to share with you, I hope I'll be able to manage the time. Like I said, recovery does not end when the wound closes, right? But healing, like I said, is a journey that requires strength, requires patience, and a lot of self-compassion. Self-compassion is one thing that will keep you going. The topic is reclaiming control, right? You have to reclaim your control. What this means is you are not allowing your situation to control you. You are not allowing your situation to define you. You're not allowing your situation to influence your decision, your action, and all the things you want to do with your life. Let's say, for an example, you're this type of person that says, oh, I want to have my own business. I want to become a CEO. I want to get married. I want to do this. But because of this experience, it's limiting you to do some things, because there is this mindset you now have. There's this perception you have about yourself that, oh, if somebody sees me like this, will they give me the job? If somebody sees me like this, we don't want to marry me. If somebody sees me like this, we don't want to be my friends. So you are allowing your experience to define you. You're allowing your experience to limit your progress. The fact that you've gone through a certain traumatic experience in your life should not limit what you can do or what you want to achieve. It's just a stage. Even though at the end of the day, it's something you have to live for the rest of your life. The fact is there. You have to live with this experience for the rest of your life. But you can reclaim your sense of control. Yes, the experience is there. Yes, I've gone through this. You understand? But it doesn't have to define me. It doesn't have to be the first thing that comes to your mind whenever you want to take a progressive step. Am I making sense to anybody? Has anybody felt that way before? Anybody wants to share experience or confirm what I've said? Like you want to do something, you want to take a step, and then you just say, "Oh, not be my time." Then they look for that place, or I don't think I can do this with my condition without even trying, without even taking that step. Okay, let me just try. Let me see. What's the worst case scenario? Am I making sense to anybody here? You understand? Am I making sense? Can you hear me? So you can even go to comment section and drop if you don't want to talk. So somebody wants to talk, please go ahead.
Yeah, it's making sense, but it has not really gotten to my own predicament. So that is why, maybe even for others, maybe that's why people
Okay,
are keeping silent.
Okay, what's your own predicament? What's your own?
Yes, mine is
What's your own?
I had born on the 30th of December 2023, and I'm still healing. But you were talking about, what this incident has cost one. Like, I'm working, I'm married, I have children. Do you understand me? So I'm saying that what you are saying now has not really come to me. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yes, you've achieved. Yes, you all of this, and that's beautiful. Yes,
Yeah.
so it's still a part of everything. You understand? Some people might have gotten married before all of this happened, and some people might have not have gotten married. But I'm just saying generally, it's not just limited to marriage alone. You understand? There's some things that you still want to do. Whether you are old, whether you are young, everybody, we have aspirations, we have goals, we have things we want to achieve in our life. You understand? And then you go through certain experiences in your life, and then that experience, start controlling your decision, right? It start limiting you to what you can achieve and what you can do. That's just what I'm trying to say. That's why I was giving that example. So you're not forcing yourself to be strong. That's not what I mean. You're not forcing yourself to be strong. You're not forcing to be in denial of your experience, but you're learning how to grow gently, how to heal gently in ways that are real and achievable for you. So now the ways that are real and achievable for you can all only be determined by you. So you are the one that knows your capacity. You are the one that knows what you want to achieve. You are the ones that know where you want to get to in life. You are the ones that knows your goals and aspirations. You are the one that knows where it's the things you want to do and how you want to do it. So nobody is saying, deny your experience. Nobody is saying live as if it never happened. Yes, of course, it's there. You experience it. It's there. The evidence are there that you went through this experience. You went through a born, and you're a survivor of a bond. You understand? But what we are saying is it should not now limit you. It should not now control. It should not now define you. So you now learn to go gently. You learn to reclaim control in ways that are real and achievable for you. So in therapy, it's always about the participant. It's always about the client. It's always about the client and the patient. It's not about what the therapist wants. So that is why you are the driver of your life. You are the one that will say, this is what I want to do, this is what I don't want to do. Nobody can tell you that. So our job is just to encourage you and guide you and give you and help you build the confidence that you can still do it regardless of whatever experience that you've had or where you are at the moment. So we call it post-operative growth. And post-operative growth is not about pretending to be okay. I think I said that the other time. It is not about pretending to be okay. It's about slowly discovering part of yourself that survived the pain. What is that part of yourself that survived the pain, despite everything that you have gone through? Your courage survived the pain. Your capacity to adapt survived the pain. Your ability to ask for help. Do you know that it takes a lot of strength and courage to be on a support group like this? In psychology, we call it support group, because we have 2 or 3 or 4, 5 people that had the same experience, where they come together to share their experience, support each other, how they've been able to manage, how they've been able to move past where they are. It's called a support group. And while they're sharing their experiences, other people's are learning from it. And it makes you know that, oh, I'm not alone on this journey. If this person can do it, I can also do it. So your post-operative growth is not about pretending to be okay, because you can't pretend to be okay. You just have to accept your experience and then what? Live with it. That's what it means. So you have to heal. And what are the things that survive it outside what you're experiencing right now? Your courage survive it, your capacity to adapt, your ability to ask for help. It's not everybody that has the ability to ask for help. Ability to ask for help. When you see somebody that is asking for it, it's a sign of courage. It's a sign of strength, not weakness. Your emotional strength, you still carry yourself, do what you need to do as a mother, as a brother, as a husband, still taking care of your children, taking care of your family, still showing up at work, still showing up with your friends, still showing up with your career, and all of those things. It takes emotional strength. It is way beyond the physical, what you can see. It is deep because not everybody can do it. And also your willingness to start again. Your willingness to say, I'm picking up the pieces of myself where I am right now, and then still forge ahead. The willingness to say, oh, I'm not going to allow this situation to define me. These are the things that we are talking about. Although it can look small for some people, right? Growth can look small for some people. It can also, you can start small. It's not something that you just wake up one morning and say, oh no, I'm healed. I don't have flashbacks again. I don't have, anxiety again. I'm not having the panic symptoms again. I'm not, depressed again. It starts from the little things you are intentional about. It could be the way you dress your wound. It could be eating well, attending therapy, allowing yourself to rest, showing up for yourself, going out with friends, doing the things you still love to do despite your experience. So every step that you take in your post-operative growth is valid, no matter how little or small or slow you think it is. The fact that you keep showing up for yourself is something. And one thing is, the journey of post-operative growth is not a competition. It is called personal rebuilding. You are rebuilding yourself, regardless of how you feel, where you are, your experience. You're ready to take a step of growth and healing, rebuilding yourself, rebuilding your self-esteem, you're rebuilding your confidence, rebuilding your self-efficacy and awareness. And now self-efficacy, what does it mean? It means believing that you have the ability to influence your healing. That is self-efficacy. The ability to influence your own healing. Yes, you can't control everything, but you see what we call influence? It's a big deal. You can't control how people will react to you when they see you outside. Am I right? Eunice, am I right? You can't control how people will react to you. You can't. You can't control what people will say to you. You can't control the kind of people that would relate with you and people that say, okay, I don't want to relate with this person. You can't control the reactions of people face, right? But you can control how you allow these things to. You can control how you absorb it, your perception and interpretation of it. It is not an easy thing. Like I said, you can't control everything. But you have to keep showing up for yourself intentionally. Back to influence. We're talking about influence. So you have to influence your own healing by yourself. Nobody can help you influence your healing. You are the one that will make the decision by yourself that I want to heal. I want to move past where I am. I still want to live my life. And you can only build self-efficacy when you are aware. Awareness means you're understanding your emotions. And that's why I'm here. Your body, your limit without judgment. Understand your emotions, your body, your limit. There's some things that, because of your experience right now, there's some things that you cannot take. There's some things that you cannot take. You are easily triggered. Am I saying something that is real to some people? Some of you might get easily triggered because of some things, reactions, comments, or maybe you're not getting the kind of support you're supposed to get from family and all of that. So you are aware of what the things that can easily trigger you. You are aware of your emotions, your body, the limit you can go without judging yourself. You're not judging yourself. You're not saying, why am I doing like this? Why did this happen to me? Why me? No. But you're just conscious of it. You're aware of it. You're self-aware. So when you get to that limit, oh, I can't move past this place again. I need to take a break. It's time for me to sit and rest and relax, refresh my mind before I continue. It's very important. So when you combine self-efficacy and awareness, you begin to trust yourself again. Don't forget what I said about self-efficacy. It means you are believing that you have the ability to influence your own healing. If you don't believe, nobody can help you believe that. Awareness also, you understand yourself, you're self-aware, your emotions, your body. So when you combine these two, what happens to you? You begin to trust your capacity. You begin to trust yourself. You start saying things like this. You can't start saying things like, I can handle my experience myself. I know what my body needs today. I know what I need today. What my body needs today. Today, I just want to rest. That sometimes I just come back from work and I tell my husband, I'm not cooking today. My body needs rest. And nobody dares say I can't rest because they know I'm in control of my experience, my darling. So it is important. Don't say because of your experience, you now limit your control. You limit yourself to any form of treatment just because you're looking for sympathy. You're looking for love. No, you have to love yourself first. And it's not easy. But being intentional, showing up every day, every little step you take will guide you to that place where you want to be. You have to learn to understand yourself again, because when that thing happened, a lot of things has happened psychologically, mentally, emotionally, not only physically. Where your control starts inside you is when you are aware and when you know that you have the influence you have the ability, or you believe in yourself to influence your own healing. That is where your control starts. Control starts inside you. Reclaiming control starts inside you. Do you believe you can even heal? Do you believe you have control over your experience? Do you believe that your experience cannot define you? It starts inside you before you cannot project it outside, before you cannot start acting it. If you don't love yourself, it's easy for people to know that you don't love yourself, and they will treat you likewise. If you're a people pleaser, it's easy for people to notice it. Especially people that are very sensitive, to notice that this person is just trying to do all these things for people pleasing, to just please so that people will like her or like him. You see why you have to work on your inside first. Control starts from inside before you can now start establishing it outside. So during recovery, what are the things you can and cannot do? Recovery has two sides. We have what we call the controllable and the uncontrollable during your recovery journey, during your healing journey. What can you control? What can you control? I want to ask you. So I'm still going to take off. Okay, maybe we might not really have time, and that's why I shortened it into what you can control and what you cannot control. You know, I mentioned something about circle of control, circle of influence. You can read more about that. That will take time if I want to go deep into it. We have what we call circle of control, circle of influence. So now, in recovery, it is very important you know what you can control and what you cannot control. So if I ask us, if I throw it into the room, what are the things you can control? Jamila, what are the things? Just name one thing you think you can control. If Jamila is not available, OJ, what is one thing you think you can control? Because I'm calling by the name I'm seeing on the group. Anybody can talk. What are the things you think you can control during your recovery journey? Patience. Anybody wants to talk?
Yes.
Susan.
Efuru.
Okay, please go ahead, ma.
Yeah, what I do control, the itching stage, it's not easy, especially when you are in front of people, because I always have this itching because there is scallops on the breast, and as a soft tissue, it's still healing. So, and there is just to have that mindset to remove my mind, because anytime after taking my bath, looking myself on the mirror, you understand. So that mindset of removing to control myself, don't look at it. Do you understand me? Because if I'm looking at it, I'll be looking at it as if it is not healing. So the mindset is just to remove my mind. The important thing, like I thank God, is that when I wear my clothes, it's covered. You outside, you don't know what I'm going through, except when I'm tapping my body, because we are human, no matter how. Even when you are in front of people, it is not easy to endure itching pain.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
unconsciously, you see yourself trying to, even your face will even change because you are trying to hide that feeling because you are in front of people. So that's just one aspect of trying to control myself.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Guys, can you please show a reaction, like to appreciate our comments? What she's simply saying here is that itching that she's experiencing, she doesn't have control over that itching, but she has control over how that itching would affect her mood.
Though I'm not a born survivor, but I'm a supporter. So I can control my anger. And
thank you so much. Thank you so much. Do we understand? So using our example that she shared about itching, she cannot control that itching. You can't control how fast your skin will heal. To some people, it will take 6 months. Some people, it will take 1 year. Some people, it will take 5 years. Those are part of the things you can't control. But you can control how you allow that to affect your mood. You can control how you allow that to affect your happiness. Just like she said, when she's outside and the thing is itching her, she just tries to take her mind off. You know why she's able to take her mind off? Because she knows that she can control her mind. She will not allow her experience to take away her happiness or change her mood. She is self-aware, and then she's she believes that she has the influence to control or to the influence to heal. She believes that she has the influence. That she has the ability to influence her healing, rather. She knows she has the ability to control her mind, her reaction outside. So people don't say, oh, what's wrong with this woman? Even though, yes, people will show sympathy. When they say that this is your problem, this is why, the only thing people can do is sympathize with you. And how long do you want people to sympathize with you? You get to a stage in your life that you don't need people's sympathy again because you have worked on your emotions. You have worked on yourself. You have taken back control. You've reclaimed control. Even when people show sympathy, you don't feel handicapped. You don't feel like, oh, if not because of this thing, people will not be saying this thing. You just understand that that's the best way that's the only thing people can do. That's the best way they can understand what you're going through, and that's the best reaction they can give. So what are the things you can control? Some of the things you can control is how you care for your wound, how you go for your appointment. You can control that. I'm going for my appointment today. I'm not going for my appointment today. Your feeding, eating well, your hydration, your sleep pattern, your physical and emotional boundaries. There are times you have to set boundaries. How you speak to yourself. Do you say positive things to yourself, or you say negative things to yourself? It also matters how you speak to yourself. How you ask for help when you need it. Some people will not ask for help. And see, all of this your experience are valid. Everything that you're going through is valid. But what we are talking about today is reclaiming control. It might not be easy. The way I'm saying it is easier said than done. I know. But like I said, it starts from the inside. What you don't have, you can give. What you don't have inside you can't reflect, or you can't project it to others. That's what we are just saying. It is a high time that you're not just healing physically, you are also healing emotionally. So there are some daily habits that helps you to heal. Little things that the doctor say you should do. Maybe it's to apply what you're applying, or the certain kind of food you're supposed to eat. You understand? You can control all of those things. Yes, your progress might be slow, but you keep showing up for yourself. That is reclaiming control. And even sometimes there will be setback. Sometimes it will be as if, this thing is supposed to heal now. This thing is supposed to pass this level now. How you also allow the setback to influence you, you can also control it. So what are the things that you cannot control? How fast your skin heals, you can't control it. That mama told us now. The pain levels on some days, the way you feel pain, sometimes you can't control it. People comments or reaction, you can't control it. Unexpected emotions that shows up for you and others, you can't control it. All the how your skin chooses to recover, you can't control it. Other people's support level, some people, there's a certain level they can support you, they can't go beyond that, you can't control it. Your past experience itself, all those flashbacks, you can't control it. I know the funniest thing, you don't need to fight the things you cannot control. Your power is in the things you can control, the things you can influence. I hope that makes sense to somebody. The power Reclaiming control itself is in the things you can influence and the things you can control, not on the things you cannot control. So it is high time we shift our mindsets. We call it cognitive reframing. You reframe your mind from the things you can control to the things you can control. And I highlighted some of the things you can control. So add to your own list. Make a list today. What are the things that I can influence? What are the things within my control and within my focusing your attention on those things? Yes, a lot of times why people, break down or relapse is because they focus their attention on the things they can control. But you see, the moment you start focusing your attention on the things you can control, that's strength, that's internal strength, right? You start doing better. You start becoming more happier. You start feeling in control, taking charge of yourself again. You're going to be setting smart goals for your healing journey. And when I mean smart goals, it has to be specific, it has to be measurable, it has to be achievable, it has to be relevant and time bound. You know what smart goals will help you? It will help you to take back power in small, manageable doses. You know, all of these things that we are saying now, it might look like, oh, this woman doesn't even know what we are talking about. She doesn't have the experience. How can she even know what we are going through? All of these things she's saying, how is it possible? That is where smart goals come in. What are the goals you can set for yourself? Specific goals. It could be something like, I just want to take a 10 minutes, 10 minutes walk today. Or today, I am applying a special moisturizer on this car. Or today, I will every 5 p.m. I will make sure to treat my wound. These are specific goals, things that you can do. Don't forget, I said that the goals must something you can manage in doses, in small steps. You don't have to overwhelm yourself with goals. Things that you can do easily, these things that you can do without getting overwhelmed. Those are the kind of goals you need to set for yourself. Your goals also, apart from being specific, it has to be measurable. Can you measure the goal? Let's say, for an example, doctor says I should be taking a lot of water. How many cups of water do you want to take a day? Doctor say, make sure to stretch your arms or stretch that part, or make sure you move that part a bit. How many minutes do you think you can do that? What time do you want to set for that? It must be measurable. It must be achievable. Make sure that your goals are achievable. There are things that you can do. Look at your schedule. Look at your work, the time you go to work and come back. Look at the responsibility you have at home. Is it something that you can do? Any goal you are setting and is making you feel overwhelmed, you're feeling overwhelmed doing it, that's no longer a goal. You're adding problem on top of the problem you have already. That's why I'm giving you, it must be specific, it must be measurable, it must be achievable. It doesn't have to be something that is so bogus. It has to be something that supports your physical or emotional recovery. Are you setting the goals for emotional recovery or your physical recovery? It has to be something that is supporting either of your recovery. If it is emotional recovery, you can say, okay, today I'm going to be saying 2 or 3 words of affirmation or positive words of affirmation to myself every day. 3, 2, something that is achievable, something that is relevant to your recovery, to your healing. And also it must be time bound. Do you want to do it daily? Do you want to do it weekly? Do you want to do it monthly? Like I said, you can't get overwhelmed by your goals. It must be something that is smart. Smart goals will help you shift your focus from what you have lost to what you are rebuilding. Don't forget that you are rebuilding yourself again. You are rebuilding your self-efficacy, your self-esteem, your self-love, your self-awareness. So these smart goals, have to shift your focus from what you lost to what you are rebuilding. Yes, you've lost a lot of things. You've lost your body, you've lost your beauty, you've lost your look, you've lost your skin, you've lost your confidence. But now it is high time. This is not the time. We are not focusing on the things that we have lost now. We are focusing on the things we want to rebuild again. Yes, I've lost my confidence. I want to build my confidence again. How can I do that? By showing up for myself, by taking 2 cups of water every day, by dressing my wound, by using all the moisturizer they asked me to use, by taking my medication, by showing up for therapy, by going for my appointment so that my healing is fast. Sometimes you get overwhelmed and you're like, when am I going to stop all of this moving in cycle? But what keeps you going is the result you are getting. Like I said, the result might be slow, but at least it is steady. The moment you're consistent, you're persistent, right? You're committed, you yourself, you'll feel good about yourself. And when the results start coming, you see, you'll be encouraged. Okay, I took this step, and then that's why I'm seeing these results. If I do more, I'll see a better results. So what are practical things that you can do right now? You also need to you also need to come up with practical things you can do. Just like asking yourself, what do my body need today? What does my mind need today? It helps you to, not to push yourself too hard. Sometimes, because of our experience, we push ourselves too hard. This thing must go. No, this thing. Or when you see your friends, you see your colleagues that you finish secondary school and all of that, or you see your colleague that you finish school together, your old-time friend, and they see you feel overwhelmed again. Yes, accept the feeling, experience it, but you have to also come out of it by encouraging yourself. That kind of experience, you can ask yourself, what do I even need to do today? What does my body need to do today? Let me just take a nap. Let me rest. Let me eat well today. It will prevent you from pushing yourself too hard, because your healing and your recovery, yes, it might be slow, but it's steady, it's consistent. And some of the things you can also do is taking your medication, regularly, taking it on time, not skipping it. You can write it down every night or every day. I want to follow up with my medication, follow up with my appointment. And then remind yourself in the evening, what are the goals that I said I was going to do today? Go back in the evening. Did I do them? Which one did I miss? So that tomorrow you know where to cover up again. So things that you can do. So while the host told me about about this group, fortunately for me, I now met somebody at work, last month that also had a born. And I just asked her some questions about her experience. And she told me that sometimes she can't even have her baths. And I was just like, wow. She told me how she struggles to have her bath sometimes. That she just needs to mop herself, like just use. It's a really, really, really difficult experience. I had to empathize with her, encourage her during the therapy session. And it's so bad that the husband left her. She had nobody to support her. Her hand can't get to the back because of the pain. Sometimes she use the restroom to even carry her hand and go to the back. It's a very difficult experience for her. And then I understood it's not an easy thing. And then after the session, she was energized again. Because I told her, focus on the things you can control. You can't control how your husband will treat you. He left. But should your life stop because he left? There's a reason why you didn't die with the experience. You didn't die with the experience. You survived it. It takes strength and courage to survive that kind of it. Some people will give up, but she didn't give up. There's a reason, because there's a purpose. There's a reason, and then you need to connect with that. And the only way you can connect with that is reclaiming control, be connecting with yourself again. It is not a crime to ask for help, so that you don't get overwhelmed. Ask for help. And also another thing that you need is a healing environment, a support group just like this. This is a very beautiful initiative. Thank you so much, hosts. I see your strength though. You are really doing it's a big deal. You're doing something big. A support group is also something that will help you. And also, you can also create comforting things for yourself. What are the things that you like? Some people like perfumes, they like music, they like, things that can calm you down when you have, I don't know, maybe I think she mentioned something about episodes too. I don't really understand the episode. In the next session, I'll ask her. She mentioned something that she used to have episode. I don't know. I really do not understand. We didn't really go deep because of time limits. So when you have, I don't know, whatever episode everybody, any individual has here, whenever you are experiencing that episode, maybe of pain and all of that, the only way you can help yourself are things that will calm you down, things that will distract your attention, or just take your medication, of course, and also things that would relax your nerves at that time, because your environment influences your emotional recovery. That is not the time to sob. That's not the time to cry. That's not the time to start, allowing yourself to experience the experience again or relive the experience again. Sometimes you feel bad. Tell yourself, yes, I know I feel bad. I feel overwhelmed. I feel sensitive. But at the same time, I am hopeful. At times you need to name the emotions. Maybe so you just feel overwhelmed. Yes, I feel overwhelmed. It's just for a period of time. That is reclaiming control, not allowing the overwhelming feelings to take control at that time. But there's something about naming something. When you name it, when you give it a name, you are aware that this thing is happening to you, and then it gives you control over that thing. That's what it means. Naming emotions will help you to reduce the fear and the confusion that comes with that emotions. Like now, you are just sensitive or triggered. Yes, I am triggered. I'm sensitive now. There's a kind of control you have over that emotions. And sometimes you just need to pause and breathe. When you feel overwhelmed, just pause for 5 seconds. Breathe deeply. Relax your shoulder. Then you respond. Respond to the emotions. Don't react. There's a difference between responding and reacting. Don't react. When you react, the emotion is in control. When you respond, you are in control. And when you do that, when you pause and breathe, it restores emotional control. And for every progress you have, please celebrate it. Every micro progress, celebrate it. Every little step you take that is successful, celebrate it. Even when you don't see the evidence, the result on time, celebrate it. Because your recovery is not measured in big achievements. It's measured in moments. It's measured in you showing up for yourself. It's measured in you cleaning your wound. It's measured in you walking. It's measured in you stretching, in you eating, in you celebrate the tiny, tiny, tiny things, tiny success, progress. Maybe there's a part of the bone that, is dried. And all you can do is hey, this person says, oh, thank you, Jesus, celebrate it. So I want you to remember this day, even if you don't take anything home, that healing is not a straight line. Some days we feel lighter, some days we feel heavier. But every day of your life counts. And also, you are not behind in anything. Your recovery might be slow. It doesn't mean that you're behind. You are becoming. You are healing. You are understanding yourself. You are reclaiming. So don't ever give up. Believing in your strength. Keep believing in yourself. The fact that you are. So we've come to the end of the session. All right, so any question? Any question?
Thank you very much for this wonderful section. In fact, it just played in my head like deja vu, like coming back to how it all happened in my head. I just want to contribute and add to what you said. Advising survivors to actually have patience with your wounds. Don't compare yourself with anybody. When we were going for dressing after I was discharged, there's this woman I normally come for dressing with. And whenever I come, I see her, she will look better than I was looking. And I'll be like, on my own is not healing, but her own is doing faster and everything. But when I now came for checkup sometime after everything, I think it's like many years after, when I came to the hospital for something else, I met her. And you see the difference between my own healing and her own. My scars are almost not even visible. Meanwhile, her own are still visible. I'm not saying that her own healed badly or my own healed better or whatever it is, but I'm just saying that I was patient with it. And then rub. This one I recommend, this one you rub. This one I recommend, this one you rub. This one I recommend, this one you rub. Will actually cause you more harm than good. I'm just advising that we should just be patient with our scars and then let it heal gradually and give it time. Thank you very much for this session. Thank you so much. I really learned a lot. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I want to add to what he just said that I failed to mention, and I think I mentioned it. I mentioned something about our mind and our body connected to each other. Just like he said, he had a change of mindset. When he saw the lady, healing, and his is not healing, he decided to be patient. It's a mindset. It's called a paradigm shift. His mindset shifted from being impatient to be patient. And our mind and body are connected. There's something we call nerves and hormones. You understand? There's some hormones that are in our body that helps our body to heal. There's some nerves in our body that helps our body to heal. And it's as a result of the things you do. Let's say, for an example now, if you are sad, there are hormones that will be released in your body. They are toxic hormones. You can ask your people that are in the medical line will understand this thing very well. That's some hormones. When you are angry, that's some hormones that will be released in your body. And then if your scar even is supposed to heal at that period, that hormones will not do anything good. There's nothing you use at that period that will work. But when you are in a state of mind, in a relaxed state of mind, or you are happy, that's some hormones that will be released into your bloodstream that will help your recovery to be faster. That's just what I want to add. So your mind affects your body. Your body also affects your mind. Thank you. So any other question or comment? Any questions? Any comments? What's the name of this woman? Mrs. I don't know. Host. The woman that was contributing was, I don't know. I lost her. I don't know.
Mrs. Efuru.
Mrs. Efuru, please, any question, any comment? Because I really enjoyed your comments and your confidence, the way you spoke. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
For the guy
for now, because in this our survivors group, which we do every last Sunday of the month, honestly, it encourages because you are seeing more people, you are hearing from their pains, which will even encourage you on what you are going through. So my only concern now is, like I rightly said, to remove the mind and just focus that it is God that heals, no matter how long it takes. Because mine, by December now, will be 2 years. But my hand, initially, Dr. Olu will tell you, I used to put my hand in my pocket. But after a while, I said, will I be making dresses to be hiding my right hand? But I leave it open. People like in the office, my office is very big. There are some people, because I did not announce my born, but some people will see, what is wrong with your hand? Like I went to Owerri for a training, and the dress I was wearing colored to my hand. You won't believe it. Somebody came to me and said, wow, that she loves my hand, that it matches my dress, I was like, and I told her that it's a bone. He said, no, that the color and the dress I'm wearing, that it's anyway, but just to laugh it out, but it was so surprising. Like, you will notice a born hand and you're saying that she said she liked it. Anyway, and I told her, thank you. So it's just the grace of God, yes. And this our Sunday, we come together, and like the party that we have, we will not see ourselves because we've been talking on camera. Now we'll now need to see ourselves, and thank God. I keep saying, I thank God. To survive born is something we should raise our hand every day. Say, God, I thank you. God, I thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome so much, Ma. Thank you so much for sharing that. You can see where our mindset helped her. It's all about mindset shift. When you shift your mindset from the negative to the positive, it's easy for you to reclaim control. It's easy for you to heal and recover fast, right? And sometimes you can't be hiding yourself for too long. Yes, I know that it's not easy to put yourself out there. Yes, you don't even need to put yourself out there, but sometimes you just have to let your body breathe. It doesn't have to be outside, inside your house. Some people are even inside their house are still covering themselves. I understand. I'm not in that shoe, so I really do not understand. But sometimes you just let your body breathe. It's about your mindset. Yes. You didn't do that to yourself. It was a situation that caused it, and you need to accept it and still live your life. Don't let your life be limited because of your experience. So, just like she said, you can't also control what people will say to you. If not for the mindset that she has, that person that said the bonds, the color matches her clothes, some people will take it personal. What do you mean? Are you blind? But she laughed over it and she was happy. That she interpreted it as a positive response. Some people interpret it as negative response and just get angry and it also will escalate. So mindset is very important. Thank you so much. I think I'm done, host. Any other question you can share with me later? Yeah, we'll take it off from there.
Patience, thank you so much. Patience, do you want to say anything? Patience, are you here? She's okay.
Good evening, ma.
Yes. You want to say anything to the presenter? Thank you.
No, no, I don't really have anything to say, but I believe that we are beginning to hear more words of encouragement, and it's giving me more strength. That is all I can say. I think it's helping me to be more confident and more bold. There is one thing she make mention of it, and I think I've learned from it. She said if you meet maybe your old student, or someone that has been long people have not seen, and if you are too anxious, or you are too, how will I put it again, you should pause and take a breath. I think most time when that happen I used to be confused, but with this today I know that each time I'm too anxious, or I'm confused, or when I see someone and I'm beginning to feel somehow, I'll pause and breathe and regain myself again. That is taking control, not allowing it to take control of you at that moment. I just want to thank her for her word of encouragement and trying to put us through. At least I've learned something. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That means a lot to me.
Thank you so much for this wonderful presentation. We thank God we are able to record it. We're going to share it on the page for that. I know they are so. I personally have learned from it, and I believe that the survivors here from their testimonies, you know that one way or the other you've touched them. Yes, so after surviving bonds is a reclaiming control after bond survival is a big deal. And you've done justice to it. You've told us a lot from when you talked about us knowing what to control, what we can't control, we should not fight it. In fact, whether we have bonds or we don't have bonds, whether we have survived it, we've passed through this experience or not, one way or the other, everyone here has learned something. I think so. The key things that resonate, we should learn what we can control, and we should not fight what we can't control. We should reframe our mind. You talked about cognitive reframing. You talked about us setting smart goals. You get, because one of the, I think a majority of the survivors, I think a lot of problems they have is you go back, you look at yourself in the mirror, see what you were at what stage you were before, your looks, how you were before and how you are now, and then other things you've achieved in life, just as the speaker has said, and then you see yourself here and you use your mind, belittle yourself in your new mindset. So with this talk today, that our psychology has spoken to us, I hope that our mindset will change, and then we'll achieve. We'll know that all these the scars is just it's just one of the things that has happened. It should not limit us in any way. Change your mindset. Know that the sky is just the starting point. You can achieve everything you want to achieve, and even more than what you set out to. So don't limit yourself by your mind. If not for and another thing I think we have learned again is that the mind is very powerful. Right? Change your mindset and you change your thinking and to change the world around you. Let's learn to celebrate ourselves. So this is just a few of the many words of wisdom and wealth you've given us today. So we really appreciate you for accepting to this call, taking out time to come. You traveled, you said you just arrived, but yes, you were still able to make it. So we are really grateful. We're going to share it with other survivors that were not here, were not able to attend. And then I pray you'll not be tired of hearing from us. From time to time, we'll keep calling on you to join us, give us one talk or the other. We hope you'll not be tired to hear from us. Thank you very much. Thank you once more. And everyone that joined, we are glad you could make out
I
time
can't wait.
to join. Thank you,
Okay,
everyone.
yes.